live. Hey everybody, welcome into the Flippin Hippos YouTube channel. I'm Star, the Flippin Hippo, and today is Thursday, September 19th.
Got a business that needs a website? I created one.
Rookie mistake. Welcome in, guys. We have less than 2 weeks till Q4. I hope everyone is still ramping up for that. While we wait for some folks to come in and get into the chat, I guess we'll talk about Q4 a little bit because it's almost here. So I hope everyone is going through their I don't want to piles and their death piles and digging out the best of the best and listing that first. You should be listing all of it, but you should be putting up all of the best stuff first as we get ready to go into Q4. Your sourcing mindset should be changing a little bit too. Two reasons. Number one, you should be looking for items that will sell in Q4. So you want to look for new tags, things in the box, things that are unique, things that are collectibles, things that people would buy other people for gifts. But don't forget to source your normal bread and butter and filler items, and that's reason number two. If you live somewhere like we live, you got to start stocking up for the winter. Personally, I'm in bear mode. That's what I call it. It usually hits me towards the end of August and the beginning of September. I hit bear mode and I absolutely start freaking out and hoarding and sourcing more than I absolutely need to because I know winter's coming and I know the yard sales are almost through. Yard sale season here is almost done. We only have a couple weeks left, so we try to go to yard sales every weekend, as many as we can, all day, and we buy all the things. And then I say I'm going to cherry pick when I go to the thrift store, and cherry picking ends up in another death pile brought into the house. But that's me. That's when I go into bear mode. I get this mindset of, oh my God, the yard sales are almost done and winter's coming. And I just like start hoarding for the winter. Maybe more like a squirrel. I'm squirreling away my death piles for the winter when I can't get out and source. So this weekend, past weekend, not coming. The past weekend's a very good example of that. Especially Sunday. The yard sales kind of like pooped out and fizzled. And I'll tell you about that in a second. But I said I was going to cherry pick at the Goodwill, and I still got more jeans than I should have, because I have a 30-pound box coming from ThredUp, by the way. I also ordered a 30-pound box of denim from ThredUp, bought more than I should have at the Goodwill. I got 44 new plush. I already have like 100 and 200 and some plush. I don't know. Anyway, I'm stocking up, but I am definitely making sure that all of the shoes and then the other items I spoke about are getting listed first, so they'll sell in Q4. Let's see who's here. Linda's here. Rhonda and Amelia, welcome in. Rhonda and Amelia, welcome in. Sometimes I talk too fast. Hi, John. Hi, Shelly. Good to see you here. I don't see you often, but I love it when I do. All right, so Saturday we went, oh my God, I have to tell you about this because it is the most disappointing, colossal waste of time ever in the history of my life as a reseller. Our yard sale map app usually has a couple of dots. For whatever reason, we don't have, you guys have probably seen screenshots in some of the reseller groups, and maybe you're one of the lucky people where you pull out the yard sale map app and you can't even see the map for all the dots. It's just like one blob of red and there's yard sales everywhere. Ours never looks like that. It's like one here, 40 minutes away over here, maybe a community yard sale up here once a month. It's really not that great pickings here. Anyway, I opened up the yard sale app Friday night, and guess what? We had a whole section of the map that you couldn't see because there was over 100 red dots. It was like one big red blob, and I like got so super excited I could not contain myself. I was like, Keys, get in here! And I was screenshotting it and messaging all my reseller friends. I called Casey. I'm like, you won't believe it. You gotta look at this. I was so excited because that's never ever happened before, right? So I clicked one of the dots. I saw what community yard sale it was. I looked them up on Facebook. They had a Facebook event set up. They had a website set up. So I read through their website. I looked through their Facebook event. They were touting that there were over 100 houses and businesses in this little small town on the other side of Pittsburgh participating in the yard sale. And you could go to this coffee shop on their main street and you could get a printed out map of all the addresses in the houses. So it sounded like a really good deal. It was about a 30 minute drive. The map said 26 Friday and 30 minutes Saturday morning. It must have been a change in traffic. Either way, it took us about a half an hour to drive there, but we thought it was worth it. We had to go through Pittsburgh, which we hate driving through, but we're like on this high of, they said on the website there's 100 houses or more than 100 houses and businesses. We get into the town, we're driving down the main street, and we see a business with its doors flung open, and you could see inside that they had it set up like a flea market. And as soon as we saw that, our excitement increased. We were like, this is going to be really neat. This is going to be so super cool. We could just find a parking space, park, walk around the whole neighborhood, hit 100 houses, go down the main street, hit all the businesses. It'll be amazing. So we park. We go in that business we saw. We looked around the little flea market. I didn't buy anything. They were asking too high of prices. And then we walked up a street and found 2 yard sales. We walked up 3 more and saw none. So then we went back to the coffee shop and got their map and got back in the car. And I pulled up the yard sale treasure map app as well so we could follow. It shows your dot, just like Google Maps, like moving. So we had the paper map. We had the map up. We were following our dot. Everywhere that there was a red dot on the map or a touted yard sale on this piece of paper that said this address has a yard sale, did not have one. I can't believe the ridiculousness of this. We literally spent like 35 minutes driving all over this neighborhood and we found about 20 yard sales. And the yard sales that we found, and I kid you not, I am not exaggerating, it looked like they had put their crap out for trash day. It didn't even look like yard sales. So whatever's wrong with that community, I don't know. They created a website. They had a printed out map at the coffee shop. Usually when communities do that, it's going to be a huge deal and there's going to be a lot of houses participating, but there wasn't. We found around 20. Hey, Jason, welcome in. I see you're all caps. You looked excited this morning. Good morning, Jason. Junk Girl's here. Holly. She's my work wife, guys. Hey, Greg, welcome in. So anyway, we found around 20 houses participating, and I kid you not, they had stuff they had out at the curb or in their yard looked like crap. I almost swore. Crap that was put out for trash day. Like they had to have known that they weren't going to sell any of this. Like, I don't know. I don't understand. We found a couple, 2 that had some good stuff, and they wanted higher than eBay prices. They had like a iZod wallet, brand new, never used, in the box. If you comp it on eBay, it goes for about $45, $50, depending on the thing. I think he saw one for $60. They wanted $50 for it. So the couple of good items that we found, they wanted eBay prices. The rest of it looked like trash day. And there were nowhere near the amount of houses or businesses participating that was advertised. I felt lied to. I felt deceived. I was so angry. I probably had steam coming out my ears because I have better things to do with my time as an entrepreneur and a business, running a business with Keith, than to spend an hour round trip driving to a place to look at their crap that they set out for trash day, basically. But the day wasn't a total loss. On the way home, we saw another little town that had a community yard sale going. So we decided, you know what? We've got nothing to lose at this point. Excuse me. And so we parked and we walked. It was a really tiny area. I just bumped the table, guys. Sorry. Looked like an earthquake. It had a table. It did not have a table. I lost my total train of thought there. So this little community wasn't really that big. It was like the length of a main street with some side streets off of it. We walked the whole thing. We ended up spending $40 and found some really good stuff. There were only 3 of the yard sales in this little tiny community that I bought stuff from. But the one gave me a bulk deal for buying more and gave me my 2 most amazing finds probably ever in the history of my sourcing. And I got some other good stuff that's going to move. And then Sunday we went to the Goodwill. We only went to one, just the one closest to us. We found, I have it written down, we purchased 74 items at the Goodwill for a total of $62.23. That averages out to 84 cents an item. Remember, of the 74, 44 were plush. So we only got like 30 pieces of clothing, which doesn't sound like a lot, but with what we've been sourcing lately through yard sales and all the shoes and some other stuff we have here, it's just going to add to the piles, basically. It's nothing that's going to get listed too soon. So the clothing, I have most of it here. There's a couple pieces that aren't here that were just like, meh. A handful, actually, not a couple. A handful when we did the laundry. I just kind of put them on our piles. But I pulled out the stuff I want to show you, and I got all the stuff from the yard sales. So, Shelly says, I hate when that happens. Yeah, it's really annoying. And it's one thing if it's a one-off, and they put their ad on Craigslist or whatever, it shows up on your app. You go and they're not out. Okay, it was one person who decided for whatever reason they had advertised a yard sale and they chose not to do it. Whether they think it's going to rain, they had a family emergency, whatever. When it's a one-off, that's one thing. But when it's this huge community, they even had a Facebook event and a website. And I'm like, what is your damage, Heather? Bonus points if you know what movie that's from. I just aged myself completely. What is your damage, Heather? Come to my... I don't think I can get to Oklahoma overnight, Jason. David's here. Hi, David. And Bill. Rhonda and Amelia had something similar happen. Yeah, I kind of expect it on the one-offs. That happens a lot here. Which is why we don't really go to the one-offs anymore. When we look at the app, we actually just kind of like cherry pick through and only pick neighborhood sales, community sales, church sales, estate sales, things like that, because we have found that a lot of times one-offs advertise and they're not there. But when it's a whole community, that just blew my mind. And I was like, I could have, in the time that we spent doing that, I literally could have listed like 15 items. So Jason says, damn, Oklahoma's pretty far. I actually have to bust my butt this weekend, guys, because before we get into the haul, I know I talk too much, whatever. That's why you guys love me. I tangent and I go off and I forget what I'm saying and train of thought, and it's amateur hour here always. I have to bust my butt this weekend because next weekend, you guys, is the meetup. So, if you're in the Pittsburgh area or in Pennsylvania anywhere and you're willing to make the drive to Pittsburgh, or you're in Ohio, I almost said Oklahoma because of Jason. If you're in Ohio, West Virginia, any of the states around here, and you feel like taking a trek, next Saturday, the 28th at 2 p.m., we are meeting at a restaurant. I have the entire community conference room reserved just for us. So we'll have an entire room off by ourselves. It's a pretty decent restaurant. It's kind of diner style. The menu has a diner kind of vibe. It's called Eaton Park. If you're from Pittsburgh or Pennsylvania, I guess, you know what Eaton Park is. Kind of diner style food, but they have an amazing, award-winning salad bar that I could just stick my face in and eat off of it like a pig on a trough from morning till night. I could just eat. I could go there in the morning and stay all day and eat off their salad bar. They have the most amazing chili and homemade chicken noodle soup, other soups, just amazing salad bar. I go there for the salad bar because I want to just graze on it like a cow. But we'll be meeting there at 2 p.m. We have the whole conference room. There will be photos taken, videos. We'll chat. We'll talk. Shop, is that what you call it? We'll talk shop. And then in the direct vicinity of the restaurant we're going to, there's a Marshall's, a TJ Maxx, a Ross, a Goodwill, and several other places to go sourcing. So it'll be a good time. So please come if you can. If you're not, my Facebook group, the Flippin' Hippos Reseller Pod on Facebook, link in the description box. Join up. There's an event in there for the meetup, so make sure you RSVP if you're coming. I do have the room reserved. The manager wants me to call Friday night and just give him a final number so he can make sure that we have enough wait staff available for our party. But yeah, if you want to come, feel free, join the group, check out the event, RSVP there that you're coming so I have a count. And Sydney will also be there. And Bill and David are coming, and their friend Danny is coming. So it should be a good time. So, you don't have to just come for me. You could be honest and say you're coming for Sid. That's fine. I'm coming for Sid and Bill and David. So, let's all be honest. Bill's outsourcing. Northwest Purple Sparkles. Ding, 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 ding. Heather's. Great, 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 great. Awesome movie. It's one of my favorites. It was 2 cities that were supposed to have a time. That's crazy. People are ridiculous. If you commit to something, please do it. Come on, we're all adults. I have issues with that. if I say I'm going to do something, barring me being sick, and I know I have to back out sometimes because of my back and my migraines, but I do what I say I'm going to do. It drives me nuts when people can't act like adults. I know adulting is hard and it really sucks, but come on. Shelly says, I'm hungry. Me too. Salad's like, well, hamburgers and tacos are like my top two, like, bad for you foods to eat, but I actually like salad a lot too. Salad's one of my favorite things to eat. Serena, hi. First time catching a live show. Well, welcome in to your first live show. Picked up your first 2 plushies to flip this week after watching videos forever. Cert accounting sheep and a talking Mr. Bigglesworth. Okay, those are bolos. So good job, Serena. Those are amazing finds. We had a cert accounting sheep once years ago. I can't remember what it sold for, but it was a big deal. And a talking Mr. Bigglesworth. That's pretty amazing. Yay. Oh yeah, you guys, Holly's going to be here too. Now I feel like a turd. I didn't mention that Holly will be here. And she's one of my favorite humans. She's one of my very close friends and my work wife. But yeah, I run amok there at the wrench. That's Holly. She's coming to see me. I have a present for her too. And if I can convince her, we're going to film her getting it. But we'll see because she's pretty private. Serena says, yay, thank you. All right, guys. Is there anything else I wanted to tell you before we jump in? Probably, but you know me. So yeah, sorry Holly, I didn't mean to forget you. I was trying to name YouTubers, to be honest. I was trying to name like YouTubers that people know that they might come to see. First time to chat too, Lady Halfling, welcome in. All right, so the first yard sale we went to. Warn people that Holly will be coming. I don't know if it's a good idea to have me, Holly, and Sydney together. It's kind of like the Three Witches and Hocus Pocus getting together. We're going to go amok, 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 which is one of my favorite lines from that movie. When Sarah, what's her name? The lady from Sex and the City. Sarah Jessica Parker. When she says, amok, amok, amok. That's what we're going to do. Okay. TMB, it will be the Eaton Park at the Waterworks in Fox Chapel, if you are familiar with that. Like I said, you can go join the Facebook group and go to the event. It has the time, the address, you can map it. But yeah, it's the one near Fox Chapel. I chose it because it has all of the, it's the same shopping center that has the TJ Maxx, Ross, and Marshalls in it. And there's a Goodwill up the road. It just seemed like a good location. Plus that Eaton Park, I like theirs all over, so. And they have the conference room. Yes, they're one of the few that have one. Hocus Pocus. All right. So we drove home from the liar face, false advertising town that I will never go back to, and found the little community yard sale and walked around. The first one we go to, she had designer brand handbags, really nice shoes, all on these tables, and no prices. And I said, how much do you want for the shoes and how much are the purses? And she said, the shoes are $3 to $5 a pair and all the bags are $5. And I'm like, trying to keep a poker face because I shouldn't have paid $5 for this purse, these 2 purses I got. So I said, well, if I buy a whole bunch from you, would you give me a deal? And she says, absolutely, I'll bundle you up. I'll give you a bundle deal. So initially I chose 4 pairs of shoes and a purse, and she let me have it all for $20. And we walked across the street, looked at like 3 more yard sales, and then we kind of stopped at the corner, and Keith's like, I'm surprised you didn't pick up the other bag that I saw. And I'm like, I didn't see it. I was so excited about the one bag. I didn't see it. So I went back. I didn't want her to raise the price on me because it was a Coach bag. So I went back with 5 $1 bills in my hand and I said, hey, I just talked to my boyfriend into letting me get one more thing. You said it's $5 for the purses, right? And she goes, sure. And I picked up a Coach bag. So there's 2 purses over here I'm going to show you. I'm pretty sure they're authentic as far as I can tell. I am not an expert by any means, but I do think I'm pretty educated and well versed. I've gone into several different Facebook groups that talk about authenticating these two brands of bags. I've gone to their websites. So I'm pretty well educated. As far as my education goes, I'm 99.9999999% sure they are authentic. That 0.1% is my self-doubt of, you're self-educated, Star, and you went to a couple of groups and websites. How do you know for sure? You don't know. You self-educated yourself. You're not an expert. You know that self-doubt nagging thing in your head. I'm pretty sure they're real. I'm going to have Sydney check them out when she's here next week. But yeah, pretty exciting. So you want to see them? Dooney and Burke. Dooney and Burke. It's pink. This light does not do it justice. This is the one I picked up when I got the shoes and got the deal for $20. I didn't even see the Coach bag. Because this is only the second Dooney and Burke I've ever seen in the wild at a yard sale. The first time I ever found one, they wanted like $40 for it. So, pretty sure. Like I said, there's always a self-doubt. But I've looked it over. I've done my research. Pretty confident that I got this for a deal. I'm trying to do math in my head. That doesn't work. You guys know that by now. If I got 5 items for $20, that makes them like 3 something a piece. So maybe I'll do math. So that's the Dooney and Burke. And then this is the one I went back for and paid $5 for. It's a Coach. It's a Coach. I've seen a ton of these in the wild, I'll be honest with you. And usually I look them over at the sale and I'm like, I don't think that's real. Or they'll be marked up too high. People want money for these. And this girl was literally just giving her Coach and Dooney and Burke bag away for $5 a piece. Actually less on the first one because I got a deal. But she said she works in retail and she gets a really good discount. She works like in high-end designer retail. And she buys herself so many handbags because of her discount that she just has too many. And she was just trying to get rid of them to make room in her closet. She sounds like a shopaholic who just wanted rid of her stuff. I had a little bit of a conversation with her, which also gives me a good gut feeling about these. Because if that's, I don't see anybody making up an elaborate story about working in high-end and getting stuff for free. For free, on a discount so that they could sell it to you. Maybe. But I doubt it. I have a good feeling about them. Alright, so I'm going to show you the rest of the stuff I got from her. It's all mixed up in these bags. Alright. So some of the stuff I got from her, I grabbed because of looks, not because of brand. Chinese laundry, I have discovered, I don't know, there's other people out there who are way more experienced in shoes than I am. I'm still learning shoes, so maybe this isn't a good brand, but in the experiences I've had with this brand, the couple of pairs I've had of these, comp pretty high. And these are like cute times 3,000. They're corduroy platform. Check out how much I'm learning about shoes. Watch this. These are platform mules. Woo! I knew that. Aren't they cute though? And they're corduroy. Like, I can't handle it. If I did not have a bad back and a disability, I would wear those shoes. I would. And then I'd fall on my face because I'm not coordinated. Here's another pair I got from her. Wait until you see. I've never heard of these. I'm looking for the tag. Never heard of these. I don't care. You tell me I'm going to get a bundle deal, and I see boots that are like new. Look at the bottoms. I see boots that are like new and cute. I'm going to buy it. You tell me I'm getting a bundle deal, I'm grabbing everything off the table, right? So these are like new. These are in great condition. I don't know anything about the brand. But I always feel like when I take a risk on shoes, worst case, I sell them for 20 plus shipping and, make 17 minus cost of goods profit. All right. I got these simply for the looks. These are something I would wear, except I'm skeeved out by huge shoes, so bleh. They're my size too. That's the sad part. Holly, do these not scream star? These would have been great for the 80s and 90s party at the end of eBay Open in Vegas, when we all dressed up like we were from the 80s and 90s. These would have been perfect, because I don't know if you guys remember the pictures of the videos from Vegas. I had on a shiny silver Paula Abdul vibe kind of top. These would have been great. These are my size. These scream me, but I am not putting my feet inside where somebody else's nasty toe jam has been. I'm not even over the anxiety of touching them to photograph them and stuff. Like, they're gross. These have all been Lysol'd. Drenched in Lysol. Sat out in the foyer to dry. And then rebagged by Keith to come in for my haul video. I take it Holly does think those shoes are totally me. Lysol, yeah. I don't actually buy the brand name Lysol, to be completely transparent with y'all. I get the Walmart brand. They have an orange flavor. A flavor? Is it a scent? It's a flavor. They have an orange flavor and a mountain lilac flavor, and they're big cans, and they're like only $3 or $4. They're very much more affordable than brand name, and I buy them a lot. Like, a lot. I just bought 2 more cans last night. They're my friends for everything because of my germ thing. Even in my real life when I clean my bathroom and stuff. I'm weird. We've established that. Fate or Faded. I have those in velvet, pink, black. Oh, see, those I would really like. Alright, these are City... No, yes they are. City classified. Again, I grabbed simply because of their look. They're going to need lint rolled. So, these are platform wedge sandals. Are these also considered Goliath? Maybe? Are they? Strappy? Sling back. Check me out. I'm learning. I get so excited and Keith laughs at me because every time I'm doing shoes, I just start yelling out keywords. And he's like, somebody did a research. It's funny. I just learned what chupa. Is it chupa or chuppa? I just learned what chupa boots are the other day when I was listing some Doc Martens. I'm like, oh, now I know another type of boot. Chupa boots. Chuppa? Anyway, these are cute, and they came with their box. That's always a good thing. I think that you can raise the price just a tiny, tiny bit when you have the original box with the shoes. 1. And number 2, I think it makes it more appealing to the buyers. And number 3, I think the photos look better, like the front photo, when you can have one on the box and one in front. I love taking photos of shoes with the box because I can get very creative and make pretty pictures. All right, and as a bonus, I'm counting. I only see 3, 4. Yeah, that's everything from that girl. And she gave me a cool bag. Look at that. It's a Marshall's bag. When I started loading up to get my deal from her, she was like, do you want a bag? And I was like, sure. And her mom was with her, and she started to get like a regular old plastic grocery sack. And the girl's like, no, she bought a lot. Give her one of the Marshall bags. So I got a pretty unicorn bag, too. Woo-woo. I'm fancy. Did I say gladiator? Or did I say Goliath? Did I say something weird? I meant gladiator because I just learned gladiator last week when I was listing sandals. Alright, so then we go to this other place. And I had to get these. Other place, another different yard sale. She gave me an Aldi bag. Not as exciting. Baby fat. Now, I've not yet dealt with baby fat shoes, but I do source baby fat. I have found that I do well with baby fat. I don't know if I would tell you guys that it was a bolo. Maybe if you find it cheap enough, like the jeans and the shirts, buy something and try it, but I have had very good experience with it. We had a 2-piece men's suit once that were like denim pants and a button up denim coat that were shiny gold. and they were baby fat, and they sold for pretty good money. The jeans I do really well with. Again, it could just be one of those weird things. You guys know there's certain brands that, like, some resellers can sell for a lot of money and do really well with, and some cannot, just give away for whatever reason. But this is a brand that I do good with, so I'm going to try their shoes out. These are cute. These are high heel boots. They're puffy coat, like quilted puffy coat material, and they're cute as poop. So, not that poop is cute. And they're in really good condition. Look at the bottoms of them. There's a little bit of scratching and scuffing around here, which I'm going to try to get out. If not, I'll just sell them as is. I think they're cute. And then across the street from Baby Fat Boots, this lady drove a hard bargain, and I was stupid, and I gave her what she wanted. I tried to barter with her, but I wanted these 2 pair of shoes and this one thing over here, and she wanted 12 for all of it. I said, will you take 10? And she said no. And I started to walk away, which is usually how I get people to, when you start to walk away, they think they're losing the sale. Usually people call me back. Wait, what if? She did not call me back. So we walked around the block and then came back. I felt dumb. I'm like, she knows I really, really want that stuff. But yeah, I didn't want to go like right back. Like I was walking away waiting to be called back. She didn't do it. She was pretty firm on what she wanted on these. I think I probably overpaid a little bit, but I don't know because of what I got here. Brand, these, I wonder if these are my size. See, now I want to keep these because these are brand new. I would put brand new shoes on my feet. They're my size. They're not my color though, so I won't keep them. They're blue. I do like black, purple, pink. I don't know what's going on with this face. I'm freaking out. Anyway, these are the, whoa, goodness. Skechers Air Cold Memory Foam. Brand new. Still with the tags. They still even have that little piece of paper down here on the laces. Brand new. Brand new Skechers. Kind of really want them. If these were purple, they'd be mine. But they're so nice. I haven't comped them yet, but I do know that we just sold a pair of men's Skechers, brand new, with the box for $60. And I know that men's stuff goes for higher, and that one had the box. But even if I can only get like 40 or 50 for these plus shipping, then it was worth the $12. You know what I mean? Because I got 2 other items over here. Hey, Colleen, welcome in. Glad to hear your listing. We all gotta hustle, 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 because Q4 is coming. Alright, so I got the Skechers and this from the lady. A Hurricane Glass from Hard Rock, Pittsburgh. Not as exciting as Hurricane Glasses from Paris or Canada or anywhere like that, but it's still a Hard Rock cafe, and it is still a Hurricane Glass. I do pretty good with these. And this one actually came with its original box, which increases its value. Hey, Grand Larceny, welcome in. Yeah, I used to wear the shape-ups when I worked in a nursing home. You're talking about the ones that rock, right? That allegedly, I mean, they rocked while you walked, and they allegedly gave your legs and your butt a workout and helped you build muscle. When I worked in a nursing home and I walked approximately 8 miles a day back and forth, pushing wheelchairs and stuff, I used to wear those to get a workout while I was at work. Back in the day, before I had a bad back. Alright, and I got these. I don't know what these are. They're blowfish. They're probably generic. I don't care, because they're kind of cute. They're Denim Sandals. I do not know this style, but I will figure it out. Denim Sandals. And these are brand new too. So, brand new. Yeah, I used to wear step-ups all the time. And I tell you what, I used to pay $60 to $70 a pair at the mall. I did. And I used to wear Skechers flip-flops. I love them, and I cannot find them anywhere. except online for like $80. But I used to get them at the Ross for like 20 or 30. But they look just like Skechers tennis shoes on the bottom, and then the top is open with just like a thing for your toe, the flip flop. Loved them. They were the most comfortable flip flops I've ever had. Boom! Something fell. Did y'all hear it? I have no room. I need 10 more tables and assistants to move this stuff. Ready? Dun da da! That came from Goodwill. This is a bolo. Especially when it's in the box. Big mouth Billy Bass, even outside of the box, is a bolo. If it works. This one is brand new. It's never been opened. It's in the box. It was $6. It was a no-brainer. We brought it home. Keith will be listing this sometime between now and this weekend. Getting ready for Q4. It's brand new in the box. And this is actually a bolo. So, y'all look for this when you're out. Hard Rock Cafe shirts are good to source with a couple caveats. I'm not saying the word right. They're good if you find them for a couple bucks or less in bigger sizes, and you'll want to find like the more rare locations, like out of the country. Paris, London, Hong Kong. The ones that have the locations out of the country are worth a lot more. Bigger sizes do it better. A couple bucks or less. You don't want to pay too much. And they're long tail. Well, they're not long tail. I shouldn't say that. Because the one time we had the one from Hong Kong, it sold them overnight. Some of them can be long tail. Some of them go quick. And then when you get them home, depending on where they're from is how they're going to be comped. They range anywhere in price from $12 to, I think, $40, $45 is what some of the cities go for. Maybe more. And this has been a while since we've actually found one in the wild and been looking at comps. So I could be completely wrong and lying out my teeth without meaning to. Because you guys know on eBay it's an ever-changing market. And people are always racing to the bottom and ruining it. But the Hong Kong one sold for like $35 overnight. So it just depends where it's from. Be prepared, though. Sometimes you get home and find out everyone's trashed that particular city and race to the bottom, and you may only get $12 for it. So, yeah, the ones with graphics obviously are better. I'm going over here to get what fell. The ones with graphics obviously do better. And I think it depends on where it's from. But that said, I do generally always pick up any and all Hard Rock Cafe, Rainforest Cafe, things like that I find. We don't need that bag. I got 2 pairs of shoes at the Goodwill. I got some Clarks. 99 cents. Pink was the color of the week. So I got these. They're Clarks. They smell like lilacs from my Lysol. Liz and Company. Not like, again, these are the shoes I get from Goodwill for 99 cents are usually, I know they're not going to be much money. I'm just getting them because they're only 99 cents and they're good to list and they will sell eventually. So these are suede shoes. These are shoes. Because I don't know the style, but these are shoes. So I got Clark's and then Liz and Company, not that great, but they were 99 cents. So they'll go in the store. That's fine. All right, we're getting to the clothes now. We're going to start with the shirts. Keith found a slew of shirts, like a lot. And I literally had to whittle it down so there wasn't so much to show you guys. We could get this in an hour. All right, this is Campia Moda, which is not really that great of a brand, with the exception that when it's 99 cents and it's cool looking, we'll pick it up as like a bread and butter item. This one has super cool graphics. and it was 99 cents. I was just talking about the Columbia Vinted fishing shirts in my What Sold video Monday, and we found another one. Just tan. It's got the Vinted on the back. These are Bolo. The Columbia Vinted fishing shirts. Don't go out and just start grabbing everything Columbia and then tell me I lied. You want to look for the Vinted fishing shirts? We paid $5.29 full price for this. And this was 99 cents. INC International Concepts. Not that great of a brand, but again, sometimes it's about looks and the fact that it costs 99 cents. But this is like it's not a pearl snap or anything, but it's nice kind of Western looking denim chambray. Did you say chambray or chambray? Shirt. I say everything wrong. I still call most of the time the tie plush TY. I live in my own world and I do what I want. That's just me. It's a nice place to be. This is a Bolo. We haven't really found this in a very long time, but every time we found this brand, doesn't go for like a lot of money. It's not a Bolo in the sense that you're going to list it for $50. It's a Bolo in the sense that every time we get these and we list them, they fly off the shelf. They're out the door in less than a week. Whether it's a button front, this is a long sleeve shirt with a hood. It's not a sweatshirt, it's just a shirt. It's got the nice heathered look to it. 99 cents. It'll sell like within a week of going up. I don't know why, but those broken thread shirts sell really fast. Hey, Thrifty Chica, welcome in. I got an example here of two brands that I think once upon a time were coveted as designer high-end, and eBay ruined it. eBay sellers that sell their items for too low of prices and race to the bottom have ruined it. Or people just lost interest. This is Christian Dior. For 99 cents, we'll grab it though. I just don't feel like it's worth what it used to be. I mean, I remember in the 80s, well, those of you that watch Friends, in the 80s and 90s, Ralph Lauren was like this big deal, right? Like, remember Rachel worked there and it was this big deal. Nobody wants Ralph Lauren anymore. Anyway, it's just a green button front shirt. And you'll see a trend here of long sleeves. So we're trying to source more and more long sleeve shirts as we move into the fall, which is 2 days away on the calendar. 2 days from now, it will officially be fall. Yay! It's my favorite. All right, Nordstrom. Again, I guess it used to be better than it is now, but for 99 cents, it's a nice button front shirt, long sleeve. Most of what I'm showing you is what Keith considers his bread and butter and filler items. That's a good question. Keith knows. I'll have to ask him and get back to you. I don't really deal with our men's clothing, you guys. I think I've told you that before. When we go to the thrift store, Keith sources the men's. I source the jeans, the plush, and purses. He looks at ties, men's clothes, and I look at shoes. And then when we bring it home, he photographs and lists all the men's stuff. I don't touch it. So if you hold up a pair of jeans and I could tell you, oh, I'd probably price that there, or I can tell you 50 different fun facts about it. When it comes to men's shirts, I'm not as well versed or well educated. I know some just from basically osmosis of living with Keith, and I self-taught myself some stuff, but for the most part, Keith does all of our men's clothing, and he's full of all the knowledge there, and he couldn't tell you jack squat about jeans, so that's just how we do our business. But I know he knows because when we were in Florida last year with Colleen and Casey and Sydney, and we were sourcing, I heard him saying something to Casey about it, but I didn't bother to care because I don't even look at the men's shirts on the racks. I don't source them at all or anything. J-Lo Caprice last night for $22, And they sold. Yeah, J-Lo is my number one favorite bread and butter jeans. Capris, full length, boot cut, skinny, jegging, flare, whatevs. If it's J-Lo, I buy it. It's my favorite. For 99 cents. Or $2 or $3. I wouldn't pay like $7 for them full price. They do sell for full price and they do sell fast. That is why I love J-Lo jeans. They sell fast and usually at full price. I have a theory on that, just like with a couple of other brands. I have the same theory. They have a following. There's people out there that know the style and size and of the J-Lo jeans that they like. They know the way they fit. They know they're comfortable. That's the jeans they like. That's the only ones they wear. And when they wear the ones out that they have or they need more, they go online and they look for them. And they're willing to pay for them because that's the only place they can find them anymore. I usually find J-Lo at the Goodwill. This is Rock and Republic. This is a nice men's button front shirt. See the long sleeve? That's what we're starting to source. Women's new Dingo Western boots. Awesome! This was 99 cents. It's just Adidas, but it's Penn State. Check that out. Star knows a sport. Or Star knows what sport that goes to. I don't know poop about sports, guys. I'm a nerd. But I have learned from being a reseller about certain teams and logos and stuff. And this is Penn State. And we do really, really well with Penn State. Regardless. It could be a shirt, it could be a hoodie, it could be, we sold a Santa Claus. No, that was the West Virginia team. Sorry, liar face. We did sell the West Virginia. I can recognize the logo, but I can't remember the name of their team. It's eluding me. Anyway, it was a Santa with a kid on its lap, and it was from that. It's the WV. That sold for like $50. Penn State and the West Virginia do really well for us. It doesn't matter what it is. A glass, a cup, a shirt, a hoodie, piece of paper. No, I'm just kidding. And we have two of these. These are definitely bread and butter. Just nice looking. Pronto Uomo. I love pearl snaps. They're the best things since sliced bread. All the time. All of them. Yeah, I say that, but I don't do men's clothes. But I know that they sell for money, and I know that Keith flips them pretty regularly. I used to actually go through, I should go back to what I said before, where I don't look at I used to look through the men's clothes with him and help him. But ever since I've added shoes to my list of what I do, he usually finishes before me. But when I just used to go through plush and jeans real quick, and sometimes shorts, if it's the season I'm sourcing shorts, I would be done before him. And I did used to go through the shirts with him and help him pick. And that's the little bit of knowledge I have that I said I learned through osmosis was when I used to. But now, by the time I look through all of the items that I'm looking for, he's done before me. So, anyway, I do know that this is bread and butter filler. Striped. This is the no iron. So this was only 99 cents. But I'm going to tell you guys, these shirts that are non-iron like this, regardless of the brand, they do really well. I think dudes really enjoy having a nice looking button-up shirt that doesn't get wrinkled, that they don't have to worry about ironing, that they don't have to give a crap about steaming. It's just a shirt that they can wear that looks great. They don't have to iron it. It's not wrinkled. Dudes do like these. So the non-iron shirts do well. Yeah, Wrangler's not so much, with two exceptions. The pearl snap shirts and something I have here I'm about to show you. Speaking of Wrangler. This is just another Pronto Uomo non-iron shirt. 99 cents. Got two of those. And I got 2 exciting pairs of jeans, but I also got a lot of bread and butter, which is fine. Here's another brand that I think has a following. It's Massimo. It's a Target brand. But every time I get Massimo and I put it in the store, it sells. I think there's just people out there who like the brand. Maybe they had this style of jeans way back when, and they can't find them anymore. These were 99 cents, size 14, so they're good size. They're different because they're like a tan khaki color jeans. Somebody could wear these to work probably and get away with not wearing jeans at work, you know what I mean? So these are nice. Lori, keep in mind that we only paid 99 cents a shirt. So it's definitely good for filler. It's definitely good for bread and butter. If you do a volume-based business where you're pushing out a lot of stuff, it's good. If you're paying $5, $6 a shirt, probably not. We'd probably pass. Lucky brand, Sophia boot, 99 cents. You can see it's a smaller size, but that's okay because it's Lucky brand, which isn't what it used to be, but it's still good. And this is one of my other favorite bread and butter fillers, Gloria Vanderbilt. I know I talk about these all the time. I have 2 rules with them. I only pay 99 cents. I only get size 14 and up, or unique in some way if it has a design or it's different colored. This one had both going for it. It's an 18W, 18 women's, and they're purple. And they were 99 cents. I do so well with the Gloria Vanderbilt plus size. I really do. Okay, this one was 99 cents. It's a Rue 21 and it's a really small size. So naturally, if I found a pair of plain blue jeans by Rue 21 that were this small, they're getting passed up. But these are unique. And I always grab jeans that are unique in some way with any kind of print or different colors. Yes, Massimo skinny jeans do well on Poshmark. These are corduroys. They're not jeans, but I love corduroys almost as much as I love jeans. Probably sell about half as much. Like if I loaded the store with corduroys and jeans, corduroys would be a close second to what sells in the fall and winter. Megan Winnie does really good with corduroy jeans. Any brand, if you can find them for a couple bucks or less, usually aim for the larger sizes. This is just a size 6, but they're unique. They're paisley print, purple corduroy pants. I think this is another pair of Gloria Vanderbilt. It sure is. 18 wide. 18W. It's not 18 wide. I'm in shoe land in my head. Brown, 99 cents. So all the jeans I've showed you so far, if I forgot to say, have been 99 cents. Now we're coming to a Bolo brand. And I'm excited that I found these because I haven't seen them in a very, very long time. That said, I haven't looked at the comps or anything yet, so they possibly could have been ran down to the bottom. And people could have ruined this for me in the past however many months since I found a pair. It is quite possible. There are many sellers on eBay who like to sell things far below what they're worth and contribute to the trashing of a market. And that's just me being honest. I don't agree in any way with pricing things lower and lower and lower and lower and racing to the bottom. You guys know that's one of my pet peeves. I price high. I know what things will get. And quite frankly, my time is way more valuable than that. If a pair of jeans typically sells for $35, why would I list at $20 just to outsell somebody else? My time's valuable. I want that extra $15. Going off on a tangent because y'all know this is my soapbox. Anyway, I haven't found these in a very, very long time, but I used to find them regularly and they fly out the door. You list them and they sell within a couple of days. They're pajama jeans. And I used to sell them for $25 to $30 depending on the size. So they're bread and butter. They're not like Miss Me jeans where you're going to get $50 or silver jeans where you're going to get $40 or whatever. You're definitely going to get like 25 or 30, at least when I used to do them. I haven't looked. I probably won't look. I'll probably just price them at what I want to price them at because that's what I do. I don't always recommend that. You guys should be comping if you're new. This is a medium. These come in small, medium, large, extra large. They don't have like a number size. Yeah, but unless you've been reselling for a very long time or doing one type of item over and over and over and over again and you're familiar with it, I always recommend please comp. Please, please, please comp. The only reason I don't comp is because I typically I'm learning shoes now, but for the longest time I just did jeans and plush. And so doing the same brands and styles over and over, I just know what to price them at. But if you're still learning, please comp. Don't be crazy. Gotta look at the comps. So these were 99 cents. They're like sweatpants. That's cool to know. I usually pass up Hollister unless it's booty shorts. Hey, Landshark Picker, walk 'em in. I do not know anything about Dorbs. I probably do if I had something for reference or a photo, but just off the top of my head, no. Yeah, don't pay a lot for them though, Monica. Massimo is definitely like bread and butter and filler. So again, it's just like the shirts that I was talking about. Unless you're getting them for really, really cheap and you do have a volume-based business where you're flipping a lot of filler and bread and butter in addition to your higher end stuff, then I would avoid them. If you go to your Goodwill and they're like $6.99, don't pick them up. If you can get them for a couple bucks or less, then yeah. And only if you're looking to build up a volume. Build your listings up. I have a pair like the Pays. You would, Holly. Holly, yeah, I could see that. You would wear those. So these are like sweatpants. They fit and feel like sweatpants or pajamas, but they look like jeans, and that's why they're called pajama jeans. These are a bolo. Absolutely. I got that pair for 99 cents, and I got a brand new pair with tags that we somehow forgot to sort when we were bagging up at the Goodwill, and these went through the wash and dryer with everything else. It's okay. I will list it still as new with tags and just disclose that it's been through the washing machine on accident and dryer. Whoops. We usually do better than that when we're at the Goodwill. We sort everything out so that the stuff that's in the bags that's to go to the laundromat with Keith is separate from new with tags, shoes, plush, anything I bring in and steam to clean. They got stuck in there. I don't really think, it'll hurt it too much. Keith takes our stuff to the laundromat because they have an industrial size. So, we could have a big day and source, 100 items, and he only needs, 1 or 2 of those big ones, and it takes care of the whole day of sourcing. 1 load in there, 1 load in the dryer, they're done. And I know he just takes the bags and dumps them in, so I don't blame him for not looking through and making sure the tag stuff was out, because usually we actually sort it right there. All right, I have 3 pairs left to show you after this, you guys, and we're closing in on an hour. So if you have any questions, put them in the chat now, and I'll try to get to everybody before I go. A free pair of Nikes white boots with pom-pom ties. If you're the only one with them, you can price them at whatever you want. I always tell people that. If there's nothing else like yours listed, you are the only one, you could pretty much make up your own price. So I would say, sure, start at $45. Put best offer on them. I would definitely put best offer on. Start at $45. You can always go down from there, but you can't go back up. So, yeah, these also were 99 cents, and they're small, new with tags pajama jeans. Then I got, see, this brand's poop. Yes, but I don't care if it's poop, because look at these. Sometimes it's poop. Stuff looks like, is that like a snakeskin print? They're teal colored. I don't know if you can tell in this light. They're like a teal color. Got a pair of Miss Me's. Paid full price for these, $6.99. These are the less fancy Miss Me's. Most of the Miss Me's with the embroidered pockets on the back are the ones that you're going to get $45, $50 for. These more plain ones like this, you're going to get a little bit less, but it's still worth it to me to pay full price. I'm crazy, so I'll probably start these at like 40 or 45. They don't have the fancy pockets or anything, but they're still Miss Me, and they're still nice, and I don't know that I want to knock $10 off my starting price just because they don't have the fancy pockets. Maybe I'll just knock 5 off. Maybe I'll put them up for 40, I don't know. I may actually comp something for once. Sometimes I do comp the Miss Me jeans with their little number here, just to see what other people are doing. And sometimes I still comp some of the silver jeans just to see what other people are doing. The more expensive stuff, I do tend to comp more often. Like the mall brands that I've been getting 20 to 25 for regularly for several years, I recomp them every 6 months or maybe once a year, just to make sure that I can still list them at 20, 25. And then I just go off of that. But stuff like that, like the designer brands, the high-end brands, I recheck them every so often. Sometimes they go up, believe it or not. Sometimes it's like all the people selling them for really, really cheap are gone, and all that's left are the really high prices, and you can kind of raise it a little. So that's, another tip I would give you guys. Even if you are at the point where you don't have to comp something anymore, recheck it every once in a while. Just make sure that it didn't go up, which you hope for, or that there's not been a race to the bottom and you can't ask for as much, because you don't want your stuff to sit. Some stuff, most stuff is actually very long tail when it comes to used clothing. It is long tail, but you don't want it to sit for a long time just because you priced it incorrectly. Hey Candy, welcome in. Cute poop. Cute poop. They were cute poop. Alright, here is a bolo for you guys. This is the third pair I have ever found in the wild. The Wrangler fire resistant workwear jeans. I've had a pair of women's and I've had a pair of men's. I'm racking my brain to remember. I believe the women's went for 40 and the men's went for 45 or 50. They went within a week of being listed. They went very, very fast, both pairs. So I wish I could find them more often. This is only the third pair I've ever found. These are men's, which is good. Men's jeans go for more money than women's jeans typically. And the size is 46 by 30. So that is a good size. These are 46. So these are like men's plus size basically. These will probably start at 55. The other ones I usually started around 50, but they're big. You can ask for more money for the bigger sizes. You absolutely can. So this is what the Wrangler Fire Resistant looks like. This is what you guys want to keep an eye out for. They have the orange patch on the back pocket. They'll have an HRC2 tag over here. On the inside, right there, it'll have an FR. And their tag back here will also be orange. And inside pockets have the FR for fire resistant as well. If you find these in the wild, pick them up. I paid $6.99 for these, full price. I paid $7 for them. I'm gonna start them at $55. Absolutely get them if you find them. And then if you do and you list them, make sure you call them work jeans, fire resistant, in your title as keywords. And if you can fit in the HRC2, all that good stuff. So this is a bolo. I've only ever found 3. I wish I could find more. But you know how it goes. You only find what people donate or getting rid of. Larger sizes, period, do better. Period. So whether it's men's, women's, eBay, Poshmark, Macari, larger sizes just do better. Period. Everyone seems to find that as a across the board. What's the word I'm looking for? Just across the board fact. It's a fact. Larger sizes just do better. They do have fire resistant shirts as well. I've never seen one in the wild though. I do know they exist. And Lori's right. Welders use them. There's a lot of occupations and trades that do need the fire-resistant clothing. So they, and they're expensive when they're brand new. So I think people go online to look for them so they can get them a little bit cheaper if they can find them used. They're very expensive new. All right, guys. It's been a little bit over an hour, so I'm going to wrap this up. If you think of anything later that you wanted to ask that you forgot to ask during the live show, you can always come back and leave a comment down below. I'll get back to you. Fastest way to actually get a hold of me, though, is Facebook. I check in with my group every couple of hours. The link to join is in the description box down below, or you can search for Flippin' Hippos Reseller Pod on Facebook and join us. And just make a post and tag me in it. I'll get back to you in a couple hours. YouTube comments typically take me 3 days to a week, depending on how far behind I am on them. Hit the like button if you guys would before you leave. It really helps the channel out and this video. Help more people see it. And if you haven't already and you'd like to, subscribe to our channel. Help us feed some hungry hippos, guys. We're on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, at Flippin' Hippos. You can reach me there as well. And I guess that's it. Just thank you guys for joining me today. Thank you so much for spending an hour with me and hanging out and looking at the stuff I bought. You guys are absolutely the greatest. Less than 2 weeks till Q4, so go be productive. Go get ready for Q4. Bye, guys.